What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today actually with a quick update video on an insane value offer right now that's being offered in the game. So being free to play myself, I personally wouldn't recommend spending ever, but I mean, I can't ignore value when it does exist in the game for those of you that are actually paying a little bit each per month to play the game. So having said that, I mean, I just want to point out the obvious, right? There's offers like the time heist where to get through, it's a catch-up mechanic essentially to bring up your characters and teams to certain levels. And the lowest one you actually see here is time heist level 25 for $24.99. It gives you the wave 1 defenders and Kree villains for $24.99. And I don't think it's great, to be honest, just because of the fact that it's only geared tier 5 3 stars and level 25, and you can actually get that in a week, right? A week or two of just solid playing. Then you also have the character shards that you get. So I mean, Kang is a pretty obvious one. When you go to a character, you can hit find. It's going to give you opportunities of where you can find this character, so you keep scrolling to the right, and then finally you get to the section where you do actually have to pay for stuff, right? So some things you want to pay attention to. As you can see with characters, sometimes there is a special offer that's not being available. So you can see there's 50 shards of Kang to the far right for $12.99, or there's actually a special one right now that's $6.99 for the same 50 shards, right? So things like that, right? But regardless, my point is that when you're looking at all this, it's pretty expensive, just even for 50 shards for 12-13 bucks in my currency, and then it quickly skyrockets the moment you go to 200 and 300 shards for such a powerful character. And the majority of the game right now is the key constraints for those of you in mid game and end game, which is we need gold, we need training materials, we need power cores, and we also need some of the featured character shards, and more so if you guys are in the end game like myself right now working on Dark Dimension 6. I mean, we need these gear tier 18 materials, and it's taking forever to farm, but I'm just going day in day out and farming using gold from the supply store. Now that's kind of where I'm alluding to now. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the daily objectives here, Strike Pass 3, I mean, this is definitely one of the best strike passes I've ever seen. If I was going to be a spender, this is probably the best value you would actually get into the game. First and foremost, there's over 100 shards of Infinity War Iron Man here being available, and he's a prominent character right now, especially for Pegasus. But as I was scrolling more to the right, you can just see how big of a differential we're getting in terms of free to play versus the actual premium pass, right? I mean, even just materials, they're almost like 10xing here. You get 2 of these isochronal compounds. Instead, if you had the premium activated, you're getting 25. And this is all actually achievable with a really good price here. If you hit activate here, it is only $24.99 for the premium rewards of getting all these materials. But as I said earlier, there's 3-4 common constraints that we're having right now, which is look at this: training materials, gold, we have more Iron Man shards here, we have these gear tier 18 fragments. But more specifically, I wanted to highlight these 3 right here because the nebulizer, the nucleic infusion, and then the ritual salts, all 3 of these are actually really heavily coveted materials in the end game right now for gear tier 18. And even right now, offering this 60 right here, this has got to be like, from my experience anyways, this has got to be like 2 to 3 months of farming, and they're just throwing it out there for materials. I mean, even if you were to look for this, actually, let's take a look here. Let's bookmark it, because this is all $24.99. And let me just finish this pre-ramble here. There's more that you get over here for the gear tier 18, security bypass, hydrazine. So I mean, we're talking about 3-4 months of farming gear right now for gear tier 18. And then even at the very end, after all these materials, after all the gold, after all the training materials and Iron Man shards, again over 100 shards, we have this whopping 50k here, which is essentially 50,000 K in orbs is essentially equivalent to 25 orbs that you're getting. 25 orbs again is additional materials. That could be 40, 50 of these gear tier 18 pieces that you're getting. Now, the reason I bookmarked that one piece is to show you guys here how brutal it is to find it. So I have been building them up for Dark Dimension 6 just because I'm getting my legendary team ready. But look, if I go hit find on this item here, this nucleic infusion, just check out how expensive it is. 130 bucks for that same 25 we just talked about, right? So it's pretty crazy value right now, guys. If there was any point part of the game to spend money on, I think the best and ultimate value has got to be the strike pass. Like the amount of materials you're getting, the gold, the training mats, the Iron Man shards, absolutely huge, guys. And you work towards this at throughout the progression of the month. But I mean, they've been getting this better and better, and I think it's gotten to a point where you can't ignore the value. It just honestly, if there's a place to spend money in the game, this strike pass is probably one of the best deals that we've ever seen in the game. And again, even for myself being free to play, I can't ignore how good of a deal this is. So that's why I'm bringing it to your guys' attention. So make the most for your guys' dollar. This is probably going to save you 3 to 4 months of farming, especially if you guys are in Dark Dimension 6. For sure, this is going to help get those characters to that level that you need. For myself, I'm very close to getting my legendary team, so I won't be nibbling on that. But again, can't ignore good value in the game, and want to help those players that are spending a bit in the game to get them to, catch up, bring up those characters that are needed, but as well put your account in a better situation, especially when there is such a good value deal that is being offered. So let me know, you guys, in the comments below, if you're planning to go ahead with it or not. But I think it's definitely one of the best ones we've seen in the game. So yeah, hopefully they keep this up, because it's definitely great for the community, and it's something that is digestible, not those $100 plus offers for 50 plus shards, and that's all you get. Thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate you checking my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.